do I feel being an Italian? So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco Delia and today I want to make an English video on my YouTube channel where I normally speak Italian since I'm an Italian guy. But if you have been following me for more than 2 years, you can notice that at first my YouTube channel was more in English and then I switched slowly to having more Italian content. Right now my plan is to just have this YouTube channel in which I talk depending on I talk the language that I need depending on the situation, depending on the content that I want to create. So it will be a bilingual kind of channel or something. I don't know, it's just, the language is just a tool, so I will just go with whatever I prefer, whatever works, whatever you guys ask for. And I also started a new YouTube channel in English talking about self-care, beauty care and fragrances, so if you want to check it out, that will be just in English. But for now, today, I just want to share my opinion on how it is for an Italian person, an Italian human being to live here. How is it? What's the difference between other places I went to, and if I do suggest living in Italy, because you know the Italian dream is something that is getting more and more real. I already talked about it in one of my videos. I think that the American dream was very popular a few years ago. Now people are starting to shift from the United States to other countries as well. It's not so USA centric, the world. First of all, because of Hollywood. Right now we don't have Hollywood anymore. Yes, Hollywood is still there, but there are artists and there is Netflix and TV series and everything from around the world. Internet made it more global. So for many different reasons, I already made a video about it. But the main point is many people want to go to Europe right now. And since one of my friend from Chile, right now he's trying to get here and live here, he asked me how it is to live here. So I decided, you know what, maybe a lot of people are interested in what it is to live in Italy. Since there are not too many English speaking Italian guys out there, maybe I will be the one that explains to you how it is. So I will not use data, I will not use info, I will just use you can find it everywhere on Google. I will just use my personal first person kind of point of view. And I want to start with the pros. So how it is to live here. So Italy is a beautiful country. No matter what you say, no matter where I go, no matter how much I travel, everywhere I go, I miss Italy for basically anything. The food is a different reason. The food here is not just better. It's not just that every single little town has its own culture and also a food culture, but each meal is healthy. And also when I went to the United States, I noticed something that it wasn't usual for me, that there food is almost like empty. So you have a lot of calories, a lot of taste, but you don't have healthy food full of nutrients. Here is the opposite. Italy, for the food, is the best country in my opinion, because you have healthy food, it's not too expensive, you have the most delicious food, and you have so much different taste depending on the place of the Italy in which you want to go. So it's just better than everywhere else. You have the wine, you have the drinks, you have the pasta, you have pizza, you have meat, you have everything you want. I also know, this is data, that Italy is one of the countries in the world with the least amount of obese people, so that's also a fact. Another thing that is very good in Italy, of course, is the country itself. So you have art everywhere. We have a tradition that is huge, a culture that is huge, and there are no empty spaces in Italy. So when you travel through Italy from the north to the south, like you don't have free space like the United States, in which you have thousands of miles without even a single home. Here every single space is used because it's not a huge country. We have 60 million people, and so every single space, it's a different type of town with its culture, with its own language, a kind of dialect. So it's very huge in culture. There are different traditions, and every town you go, it's almost like a different country. So it's not just Italian people in general. If you go to Milan, is the international type of business city, but if you go to Naples, it's such a different country. Basically, northern side is more of a modern international money-making type of Italy, but the southern side is more beautiful. You have the beaches, you have good food, it's less expensive, but it's not so modern, and people is very different. The Italian typical guy that you imagine when you travel and you see this kind of person is the southern type of Italy. So the food, the culture, the fact that it's a first world country, and it's very popular in the world. Everyone loves Italy, everyone loves the Italian industry, from fashion to like Versace and Dolce & Gabbana, to designers and just art and scientists and cars, Lamborghini, Ferrari. Everyone loves the Italian artistry and industries. So industry, like everything that is made from Italy, is very respected. I'm very proud of being Italian, but let me tell you also three cons. Three cons, first of all, is the politics. Politics, the Italian country, as Italian people say, is a very good country governed by very bad people. That's the main thing. So it's very well known here that politics are really bad. They're not doing anything for young people. They're not doing anything for immigration. They're not modern. They have strict and close-minded. So I don't know what will happen now, but until now, nothing really good happened. You know, Draghi tried to come here from Europe and try to do something, but he quit because it said, oh, it's way too much work and these people don't just listen. So yes, rules here and politics is not the best. Mostly in the South, I'm not being racist here, I'm just being objective, but mostly in the South they have a different type of culture and way of living. They have different problems, and also for immigration, so from Africa there are different problems. So yeah, we have problems of politics. Every country has, but Italy is very bad in that case. Second cons is the economics. So guys, economics here, if you want to make money, Italy is not a good place. It's not the right place. So every Italian young man, woman that I know, every Italian young person, if they want to go and make money, 90% of them, they just go abroad. They just go abroad because here they don't pay you well. Everything is very expensive. If you go to Milan, the rents are highly expensive. Everything is not super expensive, but it's more expensive. It's way too expensive for the salary that we have. So it's very hard to open a business here because the taxes are insane. Like, this is one of the worst countries for taxes. So come here if you already have a job that makes you money, or if you have an international job, or if you have an online career or something, or if you just want to live a normal life. But if you want to become rich and get here and get rich, is way harder than every other first world country out there. For example, here they pay you 1,500 euros with a 40 hours job, and also it's very hard. Like, people here just stop working because it's not even fair. But if you go to Germany, they pay you almost double of it, and it's way more controlled and it's much better. Another cons is the language, and that it's a closed type of environment. Like, we are getting more and more international, but for example, England, they speak English, it's good because it's international. If you go to Spain, they speak Spanish, it's good because it's international. If you go to Italy, they just speak Italy, and people are a little close-minded. And right now we're opening a little bit, but from that point of view, yes, people here are kind and open-hearted, but they are very close-minded in topics in society, so we are a little of a step behind. So there are some geniuses out there that just come out, like Leonardo da Vinci, Picasso, Pavarotti, and just take the Italian level to another point, but all the other people are not that great. So we have that point. We are a bit close-minded, and also the Italian language is very difficult to learn. The immigration, as I know, it's kind of hard. And once you learn Italian, like, you don't use it anywhere else. So here, Italian people, yes, they live nice. 90% of them, we have normal lives. We are not rich, we don't do nothing, but we are not to charity. The only thing is that if we want to go abroad, we have to learn other languages, other cultures, and it's very different from where we live, like Japan or other countries that are close as well. So the Italian people, you have to learn to be with them. They're very different from the rest of the world. But yeah, that's it. So my suggestion, these are free cons and free pros that just came through my mind, but my suggestion is, if you want to come, middle or northern side of Italy is nice if you want to have a good life in terms of making a living and just living here with your family, etc. But like Veneto, for example, where I live, is a strategic place because I live on the Garda Lake, so I have the lake. That's also a pro for Italy. We have all different kinds of panoramas, so like the lake, I have the mountain in 30 minutes by car, I have the city, I have Venice on the other side in 1 hour, I have the ocean, the beach on one side, so we have everything. Southern side is better if you already have the money and you want to just live a nice life, but to make money is a bit harder, and also people there are like, it's good, but it's harder to live there. Many people come here for job reasons, for money reasons, so from the south. So second suggestion is, yes, you can live here. Also, the passport of Italy is one of the most, like, the strongest and most potent passport out there. So with the Italian passport, you can basically you're accepted everywhere. I don't know why. So yes, try to get into immigration. Another tip that I suggest you is just try to get here for some time before moving completely. Taste north and south, taste how it is. Don't go straight to the bigger cities like Milan and Rome. Try to be out there a little bit better. It's a bit better. The way of life, it's a bit more normal, but you can get to the other places well, even if we don't have many taxis or many way of transports. The trains and also planes work well. But yes, yeah, these are my suggestions. So try, it's worth it for some reasons if you already have the money. Being Italian, I'm proud of being Italian, but if I have to make money and make a career, I don't know if this is the right place. So probably I will keep Italy in my heart, in my home, my base point, but I will probably keep going around the world to make some steps forward on my career and my path, because it's a little close, and I want to be more open and international, and I want to speak another language, and I just want to be open to the world. So this is a little cocoon of great food, great life if you already have the money. So try it out, learn to live with it, and just let me know if you want to know more suggestions. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions, or just DM me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next videos. Peace.